Okay, very good.
It's the IT.
We think, right? Okay, Sam, pledge allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God.
We're here in approval of minutes, online, some old business, we can go out and there fast.
All right. So we have two policies that are on your agenda. The first one is the minutes from that. If you were watching school committee, we sent for a first read, but with tables. And it was tabled because there were some edits after all. When I spoke with Teresa, who is obviously in the position right now, there were a couple of things she had questions about. And so when Andrew took a look at this policy, you could see on the bottom of the page, the original language we had is now kind of crossed out, and he put in the regulations at the top for us. So the way it looks now is more accurately reflecting what Teresa is doing. So for example, I think there was a question about, did it not work?
Yeah, that's on now. It's been recorded.
Okay, we're just blank.
Congratulations, Mr. Hamish, by the way.
Okay.
And if you click this, it says come up.
Oh, is the video, maybe the camera?
There you go. It's on now.
There we go.
Visualize.
Are we starting from the, or do you think it was recorded?
It's recorded. It was recorded audio, just not video.
All right. So, so take a look at, so basically, Mr. Thingus just, had us add the regulations to more accurately reflect the process for school committee minutes, and struck some language that we don't do anymore, and haven't been doing about, making it accessible to at the student department level, which was on the website instead. So.
Possible to make any changes now or no?
And the next, yeah.
All right, just a quick little thing, because I read this and then I thought, are we only talking about the school committee? It
Yes.
seems as though we are. I'm just wondering if where it says committee, we can actually put school committee.
Yeah.
Just because this is
Yeah.
a policy committee, there's a lot of other committees. I don't want it to be mixed
Yeah.
up with, this is specific to school committee. So it's the first line. And then at the bottom of the page, in the middle of those crossouts, it's line 4.
I think that makes sense only because that was originally my question to Andrew, was like, are we talking about just the school
And I
committee?
think original edits actually included school.
That's what
I thought, that's what I thought.
because we corrected that secretarial, because it said clerk, and we corrected it to school committee secretary.
Yes, and
Yeah.
And where did you say that one is? I'm sorry, Jason.
Down in the second to last paragraph, line 4, right at the beginning, by the committee, it says. Yeah, that. Oh, see up there, it says, oh no, it does say committee. Okay.
Somebody in this, I'm sorry.
Yeah, uh-huh. Just to differentiate between the actual school committee, that's what it sounds like what we're referring to on here, right? Because it's
That is
confusing, I think, without that.
Mhm.
Anything else?
Here.
Yeah.
It is creating issues, I've seen.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
The Secretary of State should that be capitalized?
I would say
think so.
that it should be capitalized.
All right, so we're gonna send it for first read. I don't know if you wanna now take this copy and go for first read where this policy. Do you have any other edits or anything?
So it's just a reread of the first read?
It didn't even get ready. yet.
Oh, it did, it got completely tabled, okay,
So it'll go as a first read.
all right. Just the book, too.
The only, edits would be to add and capitalize it, please.
All right. So then our second policy, this one, CD management, I have an update for us. This is actually an old policy that we started revising, or I think Mr. Galligan started revising. We actually had a policy that this one should be eliminated that was more newer. It's called GCD, and it's employee hiring. And so this was not that long ago, I think 2019 that we revised this one. So I'd love for us to look at this and compare it, but Mr. Hennius is recommending that we eliminate the old policy CD because it doesn't reflect the current policy.
Yeah,
or
I didn't
procedures.
like this anyway, so that's
So is
perfect.
that what we should do? Just do a policy and then we're just gonna add like a G,
You know,
to make it like a side step?
not necessarily. I don't know.
I think the G just puts her in a specific category.
It does, and I was talking to Joan Napoli about like being able to search policies on our website, because I do sometimes see like crossovers and
Yeah.
sometimes you don't
Yeah.
reference the right one. So
Mm.
again, this came to me from Mr. Galligan as CD, and so I wasn't looking
Yeah.
for another
And the
one.
G usually
Um,
refers to employees,
Yes,
staff and
yeah.
employees, and I think J is.
And you
student.
can tell this management team one, even if you mentioned like the language that the title of it seems so outdated.
Yeah.
Then we were crossing out a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So it makes sense there was a newer one. But so we could just take a look at that.
Well, the district is intended to empowering.
And then I would ask that we consider eliminating CD in its original state from the policy manual. That's good for me.
Yeah. So they get, eliminate and then do a first read on this one?
This one was already approved.
Oh, it's already
on
done. We're not gonna
2019,
do anything. to it.
So
Okay,
I'm having you look at it
Yep.
just so you're familiar with it. I don't want to be just like assuming, but I wasn't
yeah, I was in the
that
group
long
that
ago.
revised it the last
Yeah.
2 times, I think.
And it's funny because one of the things I did ask Mr. Hennius was, I thought CD it was odd that it didn't reference that new general law about superintendents. And so yeah, obviously this new updated one
Yeah.
does, because it's been a while since that's been in place. So that's.
Oh, that's what we're just going to do.
Hi.
That's one.
Pretty clean.
That's weird. I wonder why we didn't get rid of this.
Yeah.
When we did that, maybe it just
And
didn't,
maybe.
nobody saw it, because this
Well-
hasn't been done since 2011. This management, yeah, the management team.
It's not.
But I think that's what
So change
happened.
that.
I think Mr. Galligan
They're
said
responsible for contact.
I had started it.
Yep.
I might have cross-referenced and stuff to see.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was-
Yeah,
it was meant us
we
thought.
must have just missed
Yeah,
this.
I think it was just a mishap.
Women creates the contract, and HR creates.
There's
There's so many places
Thousand
to
that
look.
needed to be revised. I think we probably just hadn't gotten to it yet.
Yeah. Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it is in their documents of elimination
Yeah.
and it would have been a mess anyway. All right.
And she just spent a long time trying to find duplicates of things to
Yeah.
eliminate.
Did you mention this to the chair?
Just, no. This just sort of came about trying to figure out where we left off. And then when we found this, when I found this one, I just sent that to Ms. It seemed like that was the message. So this is the most updated one, this one. If you want, I can see.
I think that's what the schedule was, probably would have to be added onto this. Isn't the timeline-
Schedule.
the time of making sure that within the budget. I was probably the right frame sometimes. Go from this. Yeah, so like, what was it, like, June 1st?
So you, just so everybody knows what you're saying. On the old document, what are you?
Yeah,
talking about?
I think our last discussion was really about timelines as well.
Okay. And on page, the first page, we're
Right.
pointing out which one.
Chooses not to renew the appointment, we shall be notified before June 1st, so I guess.
There could be probably contract language in the employee's contract.
I just knew that was a long discussion as well, so I didn't know if that's something we should probably.
If it's not in someone's contract, we should probably have it as template language in a contract where it's spelled out to the people that are on individual contracts.
Even on the four, on the second page, conversation, master contracts, personal assignment, and therefore, not of the bargaining agreement. That was already determined by the school committee, however, the superintendent may make a recommendation regarding. So, that covers.
Are you looking at the new policy?
No,
Yeah,
the new
it's
policy.
GCD, I thought.
You're saying that.
Sorry.
Number four, it
That covers this one?
covers the one, so.
Yeah, and I think in the past policies, we tried to not put dates on things
Yeah.
because things change. It's better to have it in the person's contract rather than in general policy.
What were you pointing out, though, Sean? I didn't
I'm
quite.
sorry,
I think that, we kind of
Already said,
Yeah,
okay.
all right, yeah. This is Hank. This is that.
Yeah, you decided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
And just general language that we don't have to keep updated.
Okay.
Yeah. Just sign a contract for 1 year from this date to this date, you know?
I think item D negates the existing GC policy as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
On this one.
Good job.
Oh.
Good job,
Yeah.
Kristen.
It's a blur.
This should. It covers everything, I think you guys can vote. This is what we want. Really.
No, it says.
That's also.
Also. Yeah, and it was also a timeline. before budget.
First.
That's why it's timeline.
Yeah, the timeline should be contract.
No, I didn't. Just so you know that.
Because this does supersede it, this doesn't exist.
I'm glad we didn't go
Yeah,
forward.
Yeah,
without
because
this.
that, yeah,
That would have been embarrassing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
the policy doesn't
2011.
exist.
Well, because I had asked the question about like looking it over and then we discovered there was another one. Like I said, it kind of came to me through Mr. Gallagher. So I didn't look for one.
Right.
And then we just discovered this one under G. And that is, like I said, a little bit of a problem, like unless it references it in the policy itself, cross with this one, or used to be for this one, you can miss that. I always feel like there's a million ways to make a mistake on these
Okay.
policies.
Right. So many, or not.
Yeah.
No, because if you just glance at it, look at the title of employee hiring, they're probably thinking it's underlings, not as opposed to management.
Management is such an old term too.
Yes.
We don't even use that.
No. The terms change
Well-
so often that it's best to just.
But-
reference them. Okay.
No issues with this. With that one. Unless you want to add it. Sure. You need to.
Was just about distinguishing avenues before budget.
On that master one, it wasn't on any list that
So
Anne had about eliminating, so she had all of
she
those.
did, and to be honest, I didn't look. It came.
Oh, you don't still have it?
I do have it.
Oh,
I can
yeah.
look since then.
Yeah, I wonder if it was on,
But that's what I
Upcoming
wondered. That's
list.
what I'm thinking. We could have been like,
yeah,
oh,
because we have
that
a
was
lot
already-
that was like.
But it was
eliminate,
still in
eliminate,
the-
because they all overlapped each other.
it was still on the website. Because that's where it is.
Which
Which I can find little mistakes like that, because she's, like I said, none.
And there's so many documents. And we've been doing this for a decade.
Yeah.
Very contract. I don't want to call it. Very contract.
Because I think the other aspect of what the chair wanted was the timeline, not necessarily maybe put a date, but about notifying knowing these contracts specifically, I think, before budget.
So it was May in the original one.
Yeah, I think for the budget reasons. But we were just talking
But
about.
now
like,
it's not in here.
This
so
has no timeline.
Could it exist? in,
Right, I think that's what
like,
we're discussing, like,
The
that-
timeline is in the contracts,
But
it's
in the
listed in the
contract, like, does that
individual
be part
contracts.
of, you know, when they recommend a contract, going to be part of the statement in the contract and not in the policy, or does it have to be a policy?
I mean, they have a date of hire, even as, you know, a director or anyone in management, they have a date of hire, and I would think it's 1 year from the date of hire. Because typically, don't you guys just hire 1 year and then reassess, or sometimes it's 3-year
I think so.
contracts? Yeah. So it's gonna be, so it's gonna be contractually done. You can't put a date in here that's gonna be, if you have 20 different people that all have different contract lengths, that's not gonna work. By putting it in policy, you can't give a date to somebody who's got a 3-year contract that's gonna be the same as somebody's date when they only have a 1-year contract. Do you know what I mean?
I think it was about notification
noting salaries before budget.
beforehand, like beforehand. knowing
So
now-
maybe you could put something in about needs to be notified 2 weeks prior to the end of their contractual obligations or something like that. What about that? As opposed to a specific date.
I think you can put some of this stuff right, you can put it right in the contracts themselves.
Yeah,
You know,
that,
it should be, put it right in there.
And not to overcomplicate something, but since GCD was not in the original agenda, we can talk about, I'm thinking we can talk about changes, but I think we have to notify
Oh, yeah.
officially that we're
Okay.
making edits to that one. So we can, I mean,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Or
you're right.
we just keep it as is.
I would
But
think,
one-
everything would need to be on
Everything
the
legally
agenda.
has to be
Yeah.
talked
Yeah.
about.
Because it's,
Yeah.
I handed it out, but it wasn't officially posted.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
No, you're right. There's a
So
special-
that.
and it's
maybe
good, but that's a good thing to add
questions
to a
that you
contract
can ask,
language.
Because it already
You
exists
know.
this way. This is how it is. So it would have to be like,
Any
now we have
change in
to.
employment needs to be
But I
notified.
think Andrew
2
looked at
weeks
it as
prior or
well.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
so-
definitely was in favor of eliminating CD.
Yeah.
Yes.
Original
Yeah.
already.
So are we eliminating CD this time? Or are we waiting.
I think it already is by,
It's eliminated.
It's
By-
eliminated by,
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
GCD,
Maybe that's
by the
why
way
it
it's
was-
written.
Yeah, but I don't you really need to still
Officially sit up there and
do it as-
eliminate. Policy, you
I think
don't?
this supersedes it, negates it.
Well, it does. but
You
we
have to
need to
eliminate it, maybe to ask Andrew the procedure. and-
Okay,
Drop it
It's
just
off.
because I'm like, am I supposed to just take it off the website?
Yeah,
Seems like it.
Yeah.
I refer to Andrew.
Okay,
I mean, the language kind
all
of
right,
says
I will.
we've
make that.
technically done that.
It's like D covers it, but I would.
It does. It
Talk to
does
Andrew.
look like that.
Yeah, but before you erase it forever, you might wanna.
Yeah, I think that it certainly could, the language, the timeline could be in the contract. I don't feel like it has to be in a policy.
No, and it shouldn't be in a policy if everybody's got a different contract. People are hired at different
And
times of the year.
policies, they don't want them so specific that you.
No. That's why we have a little bit of ambiguity on things, just to legally make it a
We're
little
gonna have
easier
this,
to
and this can be just,
flex.
if you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could come back, yeah.
We can add it to next.
Okay, so minutes are going first read, CD, just announcing it's terminated.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Andrew that if I have to officially bring it to school
Yeah.
committee, but, because D seems
Or
to,
we just quietly
that.
erase it from the.
who knows, if I
website.
look it up, it might have been left on the website, but eliminated, so.
The general population, just so you know, has no idea how to use that policy website.
It's
What
so-
they're looking
at.
it's so
There's
difficult.
so
It's so-
much paperwork. It is not user friendly.
And if you think about it, I wonder how many this touches. If there's any other policies this touches.
Usually, like, you'd find that at the bottom used to be, or like, I don't know how she, not just Anne, but worded it, but that is something that a
That's
couple
the
of times I've
first thing.
found little things, I'm like,
What?
you know,
Little things like what?
like
Like referencing other
something
policies.
not linked. It was accidentally not linked on the website, you know, just
Oh,
little
yeah.
things like that.
Yep.
So I've been trying to touch at it.
Yeah, it was an overwhelming amount of document. The number of things that we eliminated because they were duplicates were, I mean, I've been doing this for years. It's a
All
lot.
right, so minutes will go forward for its first read. CD, I'm gonna find out if I officially have to send that to school committee to be eliminated, but D language in policy GCD looks like it would just take care of that. And then that would be all we have for our agenda today. But go ahead, take
Do you
it.
want to say? anything? Announcements, next month we have to meet at Warbeck's.
Yeah, because I know, I'm sorry, there isn't one of those,
Oh, no.
so.
So on the sixth, if you don't all know, but
We
you
can
guys
bring
do
one,
now.
we can bring one of those.
I don't know anything, so
We
please
have
fill me
a
in.
special school
You wanna bring
committee
me out?
meeting.
Well,
On the
could-
sixth,
could we
scheduled
talk-
for the high
Another,
school.
another thought process I
Glad
had
we're all
was,
talking about it.
whether or not,
Wait,
if it's already set up. for a
January
school committee
6th?
meeting, why couldn't we do it on the stage?
On stage, free, so. What does we do that too?
I don't know.
I
I
know
have
you
no
love
idea.
being on stage, but.
Yeah. No, I
uh,
don't know. I don't know any of that. Even if we were to go to vets, we still have to make sure the room is secure. Like people have to be able to do
Miss
all of
Hawk
those
has to give
things.
us-
Yeah.
With, yeah.
But I'm happy to do that. I guess I just making sure, is there, are we having some policies, like potentially, I guess you might have one, but I just want to make sure we have a robust enough agenda that it makes it worth people trying to struggle for 2 meetings, you know what I mean? I mean, if you really feel strongly about having that one in front of it,
What are we looking at? What?
because on the 6th, there's a school committee
Special
meeting.
Yeah, but
for high
what
school.
policy are we looking at? Can we discuss
I
it? Is it
think-
secret?
No, no. She wants
No,
to maybe
policy.
potentially bring back employee hiring
I think
to make edits to if she wants a time limit. So
So.
I don't- and then it would be nice to have other
Andrew's gonna
policies.
suggest no timeline too, because
Yeah.
we purposely went
He
through
already-
all of these policies to remove specific
Yep.
timelines on things because of that.
Okay, so the announcement is, it's to be determined, so we're either gonna cancel a meeting or it's gonna have to be events.
Teresa's gonna wanna know an answer, and she has to put it on the agenda for, but you want it to be TBD?
Yeah, it's evening.
All right, so technically, we have policy on the sixth
And you would be starting
at 4:30, at 4:00.
You have to start as early.
You have to start at 4, I would think.
And if we are having it, it will be at Bet's.
Yeah, do the best of us.
And what
That's-
locations would we be putting on the website?
This is
Like
what- that's-
maybe that,
Well,
I've
there's
never
a
been in your room.
it's in the conference room.
Well, there's, we changed it to the conference room. We said
Does
this-
it
this
have,
is-
and we can use,
you
that
can
we can
use-
bring that,
I guess we
okay.
can just bring Al to that one.
So there's a possibility we might just cancel it.
I would
Because
let
to your
her know.
point, there's not anything to discuss.
Yeah, if
This
there's
is
any
an
other
urgent-
policies,
If there's no urgency in this, then we're good to go.
Right, and again, Andrew knows about that one. I don't know that, you can ask that specific question about your timeline. That's what I feel. But, yeah.
well, and it already exists and it already supersedes everything else, so it's not like, there's
It's not-
major changes to anything that,
It's not old. It's
no, it's 19, yeah.
It's not old.
Where do you-
It's not 71.
To the old people.
77, that's 71.
You were all.
It's old for me, it's new for you guys.
All right.
But there's a specific reason for
Yeah.
this also brought up, so I just want to make sure that, just want to verify.
Yeah.
with everyone. So we could possibly just
Yeah.
wait till.
Yeah, and timelines were specifically left off for that reason as well, because it's too specific. We took that off for a reason, so that's fine.
All right.
But
So
whatever. if you have
need
nothing
is to
else,
be determined.
24 hours.
Yeah.
And then. That's it.
I can't believe it's gonna be January.
All those in motion? All those.
It's like that doesn't sound right.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Merry Christmas.
All those in motion.
Want to shut that down?
I'm still finishing the list for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Right.
Back out to the weather.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that, Mom's sure that you want appreciates that. I mean, I just. Yeah, and I'm gonna go back. That's actually. Right. Yeah, we're gonna look at the dog, you know. Yeah. But I. Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
You're all good. It's good, because I heard it was just by the end. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a process that wasn't followed, but whatever, we get it. But you know what?
Have a good night, everyone.
I can use it today.
They did.
So I think it's a little bit short. It's just like, okay. It's all good. It's all good. So, you know, but everybody needs to do their job a little bit better. I don't know what was happening over there, because our program used to be, we started it.
I don't know, but it's not like some environmental issues there.
In the classroom or at home?
No, I'm talking about the classroom, you don't do that, it's the way you do.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I hear a lot of sitting at desks and having the kids all come up to it. I don't know.
But I don't want to be
It's
there.
kind of a free for all.
I don't want to be there when I'm in my seventies.
I like structure.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I mean, and that's the whole thing too. We have very strict structure in our classroom. Because of that, because they need to be safe. I mean, we have kids at the tables, we're on chairs, so, you know, it's a lot all day.
And then,
He's 60.
Yeah.
He's been employed
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
year.
Good for him.
The mother gave him a higher restructured advice.
Yeah.
There's some things in it.
Absolutely, and part of the problem is that come to us a lot of times, they're coming from kindergarten classes, where they're just, because nobody's managing it, and if I hear one more person say to me, a TA or a teacher, well, we can't put hands on kids. We most certainly can. State law allows me to put my hand there, I'm safe to go, so that's fine. Absolutely. And, that's why we have CPI training. So, you know, don't, me of all people, don't tell me that. I've been doing this particular job for 13 years, so, you know, they're rough. And, you know, find people can get 5 and 6, they can't be
Even that's
dangerous, not safe.
Remember Linda used to give the restraint training?
Yep, I do remember that. Yes. Yep, we have advanced smart classroom. We do 4 or 5 person whole one. Our little ones, have a lot of adrenaline.
But you don't want to hurt, you want somebody to get hurt.
No, nope. No, but I just wanted you to know, because I know that was a big, issue over at Wyman with parents and the rest, but we're in a good spot.
So we got, I see, I'm getting
You
trolled.
know,
I'm getting trolled.
continues, we'll see how it goes in the future. Maybe end up. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is, I've never
All right.
been trolled before.
Take care.
Great to see you.
Yeah, you
So,
too.
I'm being trolled, I put it in my personal Facebook. Yeah, bye Tracy.
Bye.
Take care.
You too.
Get some rest tonight. Yeah, no, I've never been trolled for the first time for the videos, you know, my face and my Facebook, and my post. I told him, I said, I was stupid for that. I thought, no, fine. Yeah, I'll meet you down there. And I will. But I have votes. I have like 200 times. But I mean, so it's just stupid kids. They're not the kids. They're the kids. The one thing the kids have. And I didn't know that until actually after I posted what I posted. So I didn't respond to anything. But so I stopped. I said my post. I think it's super. Yeah, but obviously, you know, I didn't show pictures before. So, right. That stuff. I mean, you go down there and the already people, people for that. I don't know what that. I grabbed a straight hit with a fellow for it, and it was restored. It wasn't straight hit. It was restored. And that's how stupid I am. I was just trying to get them afterwards. And yeah. Getting them off the wall. So, but yeah. You know these guys? You're familiar with the wall?
I've personally made more of it for a while.
They're popular. I think they're popular.
They've been around before COVID, and that's what,
Who's that?
Iraq had a hip hop makeshift hip hop group on social media.
They went out. The face looked a little bit. And I on my personal page, I put a picture of them that showed them in front of the graffiti, looking like they did it, and I said, does anybody know who they are? And then I got what? I don't think I'm like 700 and something comments. Someone wants to kill them, like the councilman want to kill them. But they decided to use their own personal page to start trolling and put pictures of me on their website. And I'm like, and my wife is like, they're gonna find it. And these people, these are not people. Please go next time. Yeah, they don't do
Best, they used to have the Warwick neck posse.
that.
I always say it's still
Cold War. They told me right before I graduated, when I was in my senior year, there was a game, the freshman game called the GED.
Oh my God.
Just say,
GDU. Now, those are kids that they have a future. They have a future. Someone left it bad. Is that Tracy? That's Tracy. That's Tracy.
I don't know where she
Yeah, I don't know. I'll try to have I'll just move on. I'll just go away and go to